Hi ladies, my name's Sarah. I'm a personal trainer and I specialise in pre and postnatal exercise. And today I just want to give you examples of my 5 favourite exercises for during pregnancy. So providing you haven't got kind of any underlying medical issues or any pregnancy complications, then there's no reason why you shouldn't stay active during your pregnancy, and in fact it's very beneficial to do so. It can really help with alleviating any pregnancy related ailments, aches and pains and what have you. It can help prevent those type of things. It can improve your quality of sleep. It can, lighten the mood, making you feel more energized, less stressed. It can help strengthen you up for your labour experience, and it'll help with your recovery post-birth as well. So there's loads of benefits to staying active. And you've probably already been told like a zillion times already about doing your pelvic floors. But what I want to just start by saying is, yes, it's good to do pelvic floors, but I wouldn't necessarily suggest you sitting down and just doing 10 lifts here and there. What I want you to think about when you're doing your exercise is actually thinking about your pelvic floor and activating it whilst you're doing that. And it's all about breathing, so breathing through your diaphragm, your core and your pelvic floor. So making sure all those 3 things are working in synergy. So I'm going to take you through those when we're talking through these exercises. So first exercise I've got for you is just a simple squat, okay? So I'm just going to take a step back so you can see me. So for this, you want to have your feet about hip width apart. So getting hip width, I don't know if you can still see me, is take your feet out, so like you're a bit of a duck, and then straighten them up in that position, okay? That's generally your hip width. Okay, so when we're in our hip width position, you're just going to stick your bum back and take it down. So you're going to go down and coming up. Okay, so from the side, that looks like sticking the bum back and coming up. Okay, so what you want to be thinking about is putting the weight onto your heels as opposed to on your toes. Okay, so you don't want to be tipping forward and having those knees over toes. So really, when you look down, you want to be able to see your toes, okay? So you're just taking it down. Now, thinking about that breath and that pelvic floor, what I want you to do is breathe in on your way down, and then when you're breathing out and coming up, you're pulling that pelvic floor up at the same time, okay? So you're really bringing the back and the front up together and pulling it up, okay? So you're breathing in and out, pull that pelvic floor up as we're coming up, okay? So just up, pull it up, okay? So that's your first exercise, so nice squat. If you want to, you can also, a good version is to go wide and have your feet pointing outwards, and you're taking it into a plie squat, but you're having your body upright, so there's no kind of leaning forward and sticking the bum out for this one. So you're just going up and down. This is a good one for if you're planning on doing lots of kind of standing whilst you're in labour. So really strengthen up the bum and the thighs for the labour. Okay, really good for the inner thighs is this one. So taking it down, again pulling up that pelvic floor and breathing out on the way up. Okay, so that's exercise 1. Exercise 2 is a press up, okay? So you've got various options here. We've got a wall press up, or we've got ones on the floor. Okay, so the press up, what we really want, so when you're pregnant, your posture tends to go a little bit. So you're kind of sticking that bum out, and then a lot of us sit at desks, so we're kind of hunched over. So we want to straighten you up basically, and the press up is straightening that upper body up and opening that chest out, okay? So your options here, as I say, is a wall press up. So find yourself a wall, and you're going to stand about 1 metre away from the wall, arms kind of wider than shoulder width, and you're just going to simply lean into that wall. So you're kind of coming up onto your toes as well, Okay, so your heels are coming off the ground. Okay. So again, so breathe in and out. So breathe in on the way down and out. Okay. Okay, so down on the floor, your options are to do it as a box one, okay? So you're going to have your wrists directly below your shoulders and your knees directly below your hip. That's not your hip, there, your hips. And we're just going to take our nose towards the ground to about kind of fingertip level, okay? So you're pulling that tummy up a little bit and you're taking it down, okay? And then coming back up. All right, so trying not to bend that body and let that tummy drag you down. So you don't want to be doing this. Okay, you want to really contract that stomach and take it down to the ground. Okay, so and up. Okay, all right, so that's your next option. Or if you want to, you can obviously do a half one. So you want the bum down and your upper legs in line with your torso, and you're taking it down into a press up there. Okay, so you can do that if you wish. And obviously there is a full press up version if you're kind of fairly early on in your pregnancy and you're fairly fit and healthy and are used to doing that kind of exercise already. Okay, so our third one I'm going to give you is one for our inner and outer thighs. It's just a side leg lift. So we're just going to go down onto our side. You're going to have your legs and your torso in line, so as though you've got a pane of glass in front of you. And you can either be on your elbow, or if it's more comfortable, you can be down here on your head on your hand. And you can have cushions, obviously, to support you if needs be. I prefer to be up here. If you're in this position, just think about pushing your elbow into the ground. So we've got this nice elongated bit here, and that your head isn't kind of slouching into your shoulder. Okay, so you're nice and elongated, and we'll work our side muscles as well. So here we've got our hips stacked right on top of each other, so make sure they're nice and flat and you're not tilting back in any way. And we're just going to do some leg lifts. So you're just taking it out. So point the toe, and we're going to take it up and down. So this is a nice one for the inner and outer thigh. So you can do those ones, just take them as high as you can, but again trying not to tip back when you're lifting that leg, okay? And the other option is the lower leg. So you take the top leg over. It's up to you how you want to do it. You can put your knee down on the ground, or you can just have your foot up, whichever's most comfortable. Straighten that bottom leg, and you're just going to lift up and down. It's only a fairly small movement, this one, but you'll feel this on the inner thigh of that lower leg. Okay, so really nice leg exercises there. So just obviously remember to do them on both sides. And you can put your hand down here for a little bit of support if you're feeling a bit wobbly. Okay, a bit of balance. Okay, and then our next one, we're into a Superman. Okay, so we're on all fours again. And we're going to, this is kind of a core exercise for us, it's all about core stability. We're going to take an arm out and then taking the opposite leg out. And you're going to come into nice flat back, as though you're Superman, basically. Okay, and you're holding in that position. And what you want to think about is making sure that both hips are both pointing downwards. So when you're up here, I've got my right leg stuck out to my left arm. So my left leg is the one that's really squeezing and really working. So this bum is really working hard to stabilise myself, okay? And then you're switching it over, taking it over. So you're really thinking about kind of pulling that tummy button up to the spine to stabilise yourself and squeezing that bum cheek of the stabilising leg. And you want to be holding that in position for about 5 seconds in each of those positions. And just imagine that you're a nice tabletop. If you're a bit concerned about how wobbly you are, a good way of checking whether you're straight is to put like a book or something on your back. If it falls off, you're obviously a little bit wobbly, so strengthen that thigh again, that bum again. But this is a really good kind of alternative to a plank, so it's really good for strengthening our core, strengthening our back. You know, there's a tendency to get backaches during pregnancy, so that's a good one to really help with it and strengthen the bum up. Okay, and then our final exercise, a bit of an ab one. Obviously we don't want to be doing your traditional sit-ups and crunches during pregnancy because they put undue pressure on the stomach. But we do still need to strengthen that core in general, okay? So another good exercise for this, as well as your Supermans, is just to lean slightly back, and we're just going to do some leg lifts, okay? So you're just bringing that knee into your body and bringing it back. Okay, so just in and out, take it to the side, so you're just leaning back. Again, if you want to, if you feel comfortable, you can be down here, you can almost have some cushions underneath here for a bit of support, but we're just bringing our knee in and out, in and out. Okay, just bringing it in and out, almost like a very slow kind of bicycle leg. Okay, obviously I don't have a bump, but your bump might prevent you from going quite as far as I can. So just taking it in and out, and you'll work both your core and your legs with this one. Okay, so that is they are my 5 exercises I recommend. There's plenty of others that I could give you as well, so if you need any tips and advice on others that you could be doing or others that you shouldn't be doing, you're not sure what you should and shouldn't be doing, just get in touch. My details are on the next slide. Thanks and have an amazing pregnancy. Bye.